What do you kind of think of in moments of like, I want to give up? And like, I think that's something that I'm trying to find too, is because like the half marathon, when I did it this past weekend, I think the last 3 miles, I was like this
Mhm.
close from just like stopping. Like, what are things that help you kind of mentally get past those hurdles?
Ryan Hall has a coined phrase that's incredible and super helpful. It's run the mile you're in. And
Mm,
even at the elite level, he's the, I believe, the half marathon and marathon American record holder still. He's now a hybrid athlete, which is really fascinating. And his wife Sarah
mm,
is still competing on the elite level in the marathon distance. But yeah, championing that phrase, a lot of people have adhered to that. Run the mile you're in. It's just the whole
mm,
concept of like, yes, I'm hurting so much right now. This is really difficult, but like, am I about to keel over and die? And you can always find some sort of feeling like I am okay. I
mm.
can keep going. I will keep going. And
Right.
so you have to keep saying that and doing that until it compounds. And then all of a sudden you got past this threshold of distance where then you're like, I didn't give up for that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
That also correlates to
Yes.
business and art as
Uh-huh.
well.
Yeah. It's this, it never goes away. No matter what level, how much
Mm,
experience you have. This, my last marathon in Boston, I got over Heartbreak Hill and everyone's like, okay, the rest of that's what makes Boston so hard is the Newton Hills, 4 consecutive hills at mile 16 to 20. Worst place in the world for hills.
mm.
But you come off of them and the last 10K of the race, the last 6 miles is net downhill. So everyone's like, once you get past the hills, it's net downhill. You cruise it in, you negative split, you blah, blah, blah. And it's just not the case. You get over the hills and you're destroyed. And you're like, I don't care that it's net downhill. I'm dying.
Yeah.
And so it's just run the mile you're in, get to the next checkpoint, and then suffer through that mile and be in the moment. And yeah, it's just this concept of like, I've coined so many phrases through each series, whether it's be about it. It's like, hey man,
Mm,
you spent months training for this thing, or like, you're just gonna throw it in now and walk. Like, trust me, you get to the finish line, you're gonna deeply regret that decision. So
mm,
be about it. If not now, when? Like that
mm.
whole concept. Sure, yeah, you might have a race in the future. Don't know when it is, but you've been working for 4 months trying to do this one. So if not now, when? Like now is the
Right.
time. And so yeah, there's a bunch that, and a lot of people in their racing will come up with those phrases, to motivate in those moments. And they're incredibly helpful. But even just something as simple as keep going or
Yeah.
no, like, no,
Yeah.
don't stop. Nope. Go.
Mm,
Because once you actually feel the feeling of not stopping and completing the
mhm.
race without stopping, it then is the self-reinforcing concept where you're like, oh, I'll never
Yep.
stop again. Like, I know I
Right.
can, so I will.
Love that. And again, all those things that you just said don't have to necessarily be correlated to just
Mhm.
running. They are equally as important for people that want to pursue a career in business or art or even a YouTube channel. Because a YouTube channel in particular, you're going to go through moments of like, oh, I only got 10 views on this
Mhm.
video. No, I thought I was going to get a lot more, but it's a matter of just pushing through those, those tough moments. And then eventually you'll realize that it was all
Mhm.
worth it in the
Yeah.
end. I love
Yeah.
that.